Eddie Hearn talks about the prospects of making a fight between Kell Brook and Amir Khan, says it has to happen at 147. Stay tuned. Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chat, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family we work. And shout out to my guy Ness and the Boxing Voice. They have an interview with Eddie Hearn, and he was talking about Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. Link is in the description so you can hear it verbatim, watch the interview, and give them the view and whatnot. And Eddie Hearn said some interesting things. I just kind of want to give my opinion on it. He talked about don't let this fight pass you by. Kell Brook and Amir Khan, they need to fight, and it's a massive payday for the pay-per-view. And fuck the payday, boxing fans, I'm a boxing fan, I want to see it, right? And he said something that was kind of incriminating to me, but Eddie just likes to talk, so I don't think he realized it. But right in that stanza where he was like, don't let this fight pass you by, he made a statement. He says, it's just like Wilder Joshua. He said a lot of people talk about Wilder Joshua, but we got time for that. We just started negotiations 6 months ago, right? But he said Amir Khan versus Kell Brook, we've been discussing this fight for at least 4 years. But that's an admission to me, because that shows you right then and there that Team Joshua is aware that they could stall this fight out. Because why would you say, oh, Wilder Joshua, we just started negotiations 6 months ago, we still have time to make that, whereas Amir Khan versus Kell Brook is been lingering on. You're a lingerer. What movie is that from? For 4+ years, you know? So I'm fully sold that the Joshua Wilder didn't happen because of Joshua's side, because they chose to stall it out. Anyway, back to Amir Khan, Kell Brook. He's talking about how they got to make the fight. He says it have to happen at 147 because Amir Khan is saying, like, I'm not going above 147. And he said the two don't like each other, so it'd be a great fight, right? He says that Kell Brook is, he was kind of like hedging his bet. He said Kell Brook's not a big 54 pounder, but that's his weight class and he's strong there, but he can still make 47, but he doesn't like to, and he had to struggle, and he had to struggle with the IBF same day mandatory weigh-in, the day after the weigh-in, and he couldn't rehydrate in the Errol Spence fight, etc., etc. He says Khan also wants to fight Manny Pacquiao, so he wants to make, according to him, it sounds like he wants to make Kell Brook versus Amir Khan in December. He also said that both fighters, Kell Brook and Amir Khan, when the discussion of if they're in their prime came up, he says, I think they're close to their prime, which that sounds like promoter talk, because I haven't heard anyone say that they feel like Amir Khan or Kell Brook is in the prime. I mean, Kell Brook, he's one fight removed from 2 stoppage losses where both of his eye sockets were broken. You know what I mean? The Triple G loss and the Errol Spence loss. And the only person he's beat is Rabchenka. And then he's supposed to fight Brandon Cook or Dane Cook or somebody, some Cook, Wolfgang Puck or somebody, right? And then he pulled out because he got injured. So I don't know how you could say Kell Brook is in his prime. You know what I mean? Off of those performance, off of basically he's 1-2 in his last 3 fights. Like, he won 1 against Rabchenko, someone he sparred with at 54, but then he lost 2 just before that. So I don't know if that's prime. And then same thing with Amir Khan. Not saying these guys are bad fighters, but Amir Khan was brutally knocked out by Canelo, and the only thing he's done since is beat Phil LaGreco in 39 seconds. Now he's fighting Samuel Vargas, who is another one of Errol Spence Jr.'s leftovers, and a guy that also got stopped by Danny Garcia. So again, to me, that's Eddie Hearn with this promoter hat, because I haven't heard anyone say either guy is in their prime. This fight definitely should have happened. That's like saying Victor Ortiz versus Brandon Rios is in his prime. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have fought years ago. People would still watch it if they fought, but it's nowhere near the same luster as if it would have happened when it was supposed to happen. You know what I mean? When at least Kell Brook was undefeated. Amir Khan had a loss a while ago with the Bradis Prescott situation and fights like that. But Kell Brook was at a point in time up until Triple G was undefeated. So that's his thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think. Are either fighter in their prime? This also, to me, it shuts down Kell Brook's excuse for why he lost to Errol Spence. So basically, I'm at my weight and I'm not at my true weight and all that. Nope. We're not buying that, because you can't say you're willing to sacrifice. And Eddie Hearn says on tape, this will put Kell Brook at a disadvantage versus Amir Khan. So if you're willing to make 47 again to make a Amir Khan fight, I understand the long-standing grudge and rivalry, bad blood, old sparring part. I get that. But if you're willing to make it, then that immediately shuts down what Kell Brook said as far as like he lost to Errol Spence because he wasn't at me true weight. And Eddie Hearn's on this video making excuses. He says that Kell Brook didn't have a good camp. It's just always excuses when people lose. That's the one thing I hate about the sport. It's always a built-in excuse. Oh, I did some things wrong in camp. I overtrained, or I wasn't making weight, or I got sick in camp. It's just always something. You know what I mean? Instead of people just saying, okay, Errol Spence beat me. It was, I'm not at my true weight and I couldn't get the chocolate brownie. You know what I mean? Or Eddie Hearn in this video, he's saying that Kell Brook had a bad camp and why he lost to Errol Spence. But me, as a viewer, I'm not accepting that. You lost to Errol Spence. It was a good fight. Errol Spence went into Kell Brook's backyard and defeated him. So bad camp or not, or he couldn't make weight, all that's out the window, especially if you're down to sacrifice yet again to fight Amir Khan. That's how that goes. You can't say, oh, I lost because of Errol Spence, and Kell Brook even called out Errol Spence and said, I want to fight him at 54. And then Errol Spence responded, do something at 54, get you a belt at 54, and I'll come up and fight you. So why won't he fight Errol Spence again? Errol Spence needs an opponent for December. You know, they up until recently, Mikey Garcia wasn't in the picture. We knew Keith Thurman's not going to fight him this year, and Errol Spence said he wants to fight 3 times this year. So why did Kell Brook say that he wanted to fight Errol Spence at 54, but he's willing to fight Amir Khan at 147? These guys in camps and promoters and fighters and stuff, they always end up shooting themselves in the foot because they do these interviews and they say stuff and they think people will forget. Kell Brook called out Errol Spence after losing to him at 54, but you're willing to go back down to 47 and make the sacrifice for Amir Khan, who doesn't have a belt currently at 147. So why did Errol Spence, who beat you, why did he have to come to the UK again and fight you at 54, but you're willing to make the sacrifice again and fight at welterweight, the 147-pound limit for Amir Khan? That's because you know Errol Spence is good, and not saying Amir Khan isn't good, but you don't feel as threatened by Amir Khan. That's why you want to have the weight advantage at 54. It's very apparent because you guys make that make sense intelligently. Kell Brook lost to Errol Spence and said, hey, basically it wasn't my weight. I'm not at my true weight and all this stuff. And then he even called him out saying, come to where I'm at now at 54. Errol Spence said, get a title first and then I will, right? But then you can magically make 47 still to fight Amir Khan. But after he lost to Errol Spence, he was like, basically, I lost because I couldn't make the weight, and making the weight killed me. That's false, because how did you go up to 54, fight Rabchenka, and then now you're going to go back to 47? So it is what it is, but I just had to point out that inconsistency. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think of Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego Son. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.